Here we have a pair of T-33s. This is basically a two-seater version of the P-80/F-80 Shooting Star. It was the U.S.'s first jet aircraft or jet fighter. Served at the very tail end of World War II, although I don't think they actually saw like any combat during World War II, and then later in the early days of the Korean War. So this shiny silver one over here is actually a Canadian aircraft that was then sold and brought back into the U.S. And you can tell this, you'll see here in a second, is on the right below the U.S. There's a little badge there that says Rolls-Royce. And so these are Rolls-Royce engines, which designates them as the Canadian version of this aircraft. This is a de Havilland Vampire. This is rare. This is one of only 2 of the T-11 variants in flying condition left in the entire world. So here we have a mock-up of Fat Man, which is the second atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki. They actually had to dig a pit and put the bomb in the pit and then winch it into the bomber. And we are currently in the museum. We are currently in the hangar where the B-29s were stored prior to the dropping the atomic bomb over Japan. Atomic bombs. This hangar, as originally built, had no windows inside the hangar area, so as to keep everything private and secret. So, hangar currently has a number of airplanes and vehicles, some privately owned and some owned by the museum. This C-47 right here is undergoing reconstruction. This is a privately owned aircraft. This is all museum-owned equipment right here, including that Sabre over there, the 1950s Interceptor. And then very cool over here, he said that this is a privately owned jet painted up as a Blue Angels aircraft. Let's see if they can see what kind it is. Okay, this is a T-33 like we saw in the previous hangar. I got close to it, I can tell. I was unaware the Blue Angels flew these. I'll have to research that a little bit. Future Greg here. Turns out the Blue Angels did fly the T-33 as a support aircraft from 1952 to 1954. This is one of 3 pits dug for training so that crews could practice loading the atomic bombs onto the bombers. The bombs were actually too big to fit underneath the aircraft and be loaded in while it was sitting on the tarmac. So they had to dig a pit, drive the aircraft over top of it, and then load the bomb up from there. We're in the operations building, the old operations building of Wendover Army Airfield.
Look at, I love these little cases because you know I'm obsessed with like any kind of menu or anything that we find. You know I'm obsessed with that. And this one is for a case of light beer, and it is the 3.2%, which just feels like a very Utah thing to have. I love that it's here.
Okay, it's called the Old Operations Museum, Old Operations Building. It's definitely a museum now, so don't get fooled. What a neat artifacts in here. This is the Mae West Life Preserver. You remember that Mae West was a famous actress of the 1930s, 1940s, and was famously very well endowed. And when you inflated the life vest, you gave the appearance of a very well endowed woman. Now, this is someone's actual office. That is actually really cool. Imagine being able to walk through this every day. All right, now I don't know why, but I'm a big fan of World War II nose art. So these are the nose art of all the B-29s that were in the 393rd Squadron that comprised the 509th Composite Group. So these are all the bombers that trained to drop the atomic bomb, in addition to the two that actually did. So we've got the Enola Gay, Straight Flush, Strange Cargo, Boxcar, Big Stink, Necessary Evil, Full House, Top Secret.
Little on the nose.
Yeah.
But
No, Next Objective, Some Pumpkins, Up and Adam. Really, guys? OPSEC? Come on. And The Great Artiste. Yeah, seriously. Hey, we're on a top secret mission to drop the first atomic bomb, which we name our plane Up and Adam. Come on, guys.
It is a little on the nose.
Technically and literally.
Yes. See what I did there?
Yes, yes. Go choke yourself. Ow. We're at Wendover Army Air Base Museum. This is the refurbished former officers club. This is the dance floor area right here. So I'm going to do a quick walk through. So here we have the replica of Little Boy. This is the first atomic bomb. Did I already get this? Whatever. All right. Got a lot of neat pictures up here on the wall. So we're going to swing by these real quick. The battery's dying because someone whose name won't be mentioned forgot to charge up the camera. It was me. I forgot. I forgot we had done the Utah Valley Parade of Homes. And so I did not charge it up afterwards because we're crap at this. Anyway, we got some uniforms, some old pictures. Surprisingly, there are not a lot of pictures of this town taken back then, simply because for security reasons. Got some old uniforms. A little home front display right here. Did a great job doing this. This is a fantastic looking building. All right, we're down to 4% battery, so we're gonna have to make this quick. So this is pretty cool right here. There's a plane flying out of Wendover crashed near. Where does it say here? Okay, near Elko. And so some nearby residents went up and recovered and then buried two of these 50 caliber machine guns off the plane. Years later, they went back and recovered them. Brought them here for a display. So got some other artifacts right here. And a neat little museum. We've got a diorama here of the airfield as it looked during World War II. So you can really get a feel for just the size and scope of this airfield. I think it said 11 bomb groups came through here for training, which is approximately 33 squadrons of B-17s and B-24s and B-29s, which is a lot of people. Also, they have a nice little gift shop right here. Some possible treasures.
At least a postcard.
Erica's got to get her required postcard. They have some neat t-shirts and stuff. Some books. I have a hat from here from when I came here to the air show a couple years ago. Here at the Pride of Wendover Army Air Base Museum. This is a former C-123. This is the actual plane used in the famous movie Prison Plane.
The art film, the cinematic
masterpiece.
Prison Plane.
Con Air. You mean Con Air?
I do.
She means Con Air. So we're gonna go take a peek inside. Hopefully before our battery dies. So you can see I feel like the movie took some liberties
With how big this
with how
was.
big the interior of the plane was. I also don't think that the original thing had a steering wheel, but here we are. But yeah, these planes in pretty rough shape, probably because they actually crashed it into Vegas.
Yeah, but they did film it out here, so this is cool.
Yes. So yeah, there's the entire interior of the plane right there. We'll go a little quick outside. Yeah, here we are with the jailbird nose art. There we are, jailbird from Con Air.